It's good to have you here. I'm Ron. This is Ageless Balance. We should start. Everything is up, 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 up. We are going to be standing today. Standing. Chair is next to you at all times because if you need it, there it is, right there. You can do the same thing. You should be able to turn and go. Right there. There it is. All right, reverse lunges. Just take it easy. Step back and up. So what we're going to do is a lot of movement, which is going to include balance. So I really want you to concentrate on stationary leg, doing the work, ball the foot to the heel on the floor, inside to outside. You always want to make sure the foot is flat on the floor. You always want to make sure you have a little bend in that knee. Another key item. Back and up. Step back and bring it up. Shoulders back as you move back. Step. Shoulders open and back. Stretching out the chest. And now as you come forward, bring the arms forward, rolling the shoulders forward, stretching out the upper back. So chest and back. Chest and back. Nice, huh? Up, back, and up. Nice and easy, just getting warmed up. After all that labor I did this weekend with the gardening, I got to get stretched out and up, back. So you guys, I heard, had fairly decent weather yesterday. We had wind, lots and lots and lots of wind. Step touch, out to the side and in, out and in. Get the arms going, get them going. You're dancing here, out and in, out and in. Weight shift out. Bring it back. Other side, stepping and back. So the difference is you're staying in the middle over your stationary leg, tapping the toe, or you're doing a weight shift, putting yourself right between the two legs where your base of support is, right in the middle of your base of support, where your balance is. Step out and in, out and in. To go with this, let's take it at a diagonal. So step up and up, back and back. Go to the other side, side step, up at a diagonal, bring it back. And back, across, and up, and up. Here's the hard one, the back, and the back. Step across, take it up. Other side, and bring it on back. We did a reverse lunge. We're going to do this. Forward lunge and back. Keep the shoulder blades back as you step forward. Coming from the ball of the foot to the heel, not going forward. Don't put the weight into that knee. If that knee goes past the toe or even gets out by it, you start getting into the ball or into the toes of the foot, and that pushes right up through the meniscus. Out and back up. Out and back up this time. As you step forward, bring the arms up. Roll the shoulder blades back, and then bring it back into center. So it's out and up, keeping you upright. Knee stays over the ankle on that front leg, and back down, out. Both knees have a little bend in it. Back leg, doing the work as you push back up and come in. Remember, this is a single leg balance, but with a dynamic component to it. Out, because nobody just stands around on one leg and back. Unless you're a flamingo. And back down, up, and back down. One more time, up, and bring it back into just a march. I just read a joke. It said, my wife told me I had to stop standing like a flamingo. Well, I had to put my foot down. Feet out, 45-degree angle, toes pointed out like that. We're going to go into a plie squat. Butt goes back like this. Roll the hips and push up. Don't go too far. Here is, don't go away. This is where a good one for the chair is, so you can really keep the shoulder blades back. Holding onto that chair, pushing down, keeping the chest up as you drive that butt back, and then come back up again. So you should feel it in the hamstrings and the inner thighs. This time, arms come down as you go down. Shoulders still stay back. You're looking out in front of you. Elbows out into an upright row. Roll the shoulder blades back. Squeeze them together. And back down again. Get that butt out. And roll the hips, push up through the flat of the foot. You want to feel ball of the foot to the heel on the floor completely. Solid contact, pushing right straight up. Glutes doing all the squeezing, the squoozing. Push up through and back down one more time. Down and up. All right. What are we doing next? We're doing this. Heel up to the butt. Bring it up. Feel the muscles working in the back of the thigh. Feel the stretch happening in the front. And up. Holding on to the chair if you need to. Remember, how high the heel comes up is really up to your body. It's saying, that's as high as you go. Then that's as high as you go. And up. Swing the arms if you can. If you're not holding on to a chair. If you're holding on to a chair, hold on to the chair. Roll the shoulders back, forward, back. Reach across, bring it back. Start getting a little wider with those arms if you can. Leg up, balancing on that single leg as you're moving, side to side, up and down. Got all sorts of movement going on, momentum in all directions. And you're balancing on that single leg because your core is made of steel. In and back, in and back. Go to just a march for a second. Just this. Just this. March for a second. March second. All right. So what we're going to do is go into a squat. So let's get those quadriceps working just a little bit. Butt out, shoulders out, and come on back up. Again, hold on to the chair if you need it. Butt back, knees over the laces of the shoes. No farther than that. Again, don't let the knees go forward. Don't let you go forward. Laying into it. This is shoulder blades back. You're coming straight down, pushing right straight back up again. Working the quadriceps, making them stronger, hamstrings, glutes, so that you don't need to go forward and lift back up. I've seen this so often where people pick something up and they pick their head up first and then come up. And that's not right. It's down, roll, and push up. All right. Go down in that squat. Stay down there. Step up, and then come out of the squat. And then down, step back, feet together, and up. Again, coming down to that squat, stay down there, feel the quadriceps working, feel the balance, how much harder it is, how much those muscles are working all the way up the legs when you're doing this walk in a squat. Down, step back, and up. Again, take your time. Don't go down very far if you can't keep the foot up for at least half a second. It's up and forward, up and forward. Standing up, going back in that squat. Lift the leg, step it back. Other leg up and back. Same thing sideways. That's what this is. La, la, la. No. It's down in a squat. Step, and up. Back down. Pick that foot up, over to the side, weight shift, you're sitting right here between the legs, and then that other leg comes up, you shift over that stationary leg, down, and up. So you're always over the center of your base of support. Right now you got two legs, you're in the middle. Pick it up, there's a slight adjustment so that you're over that stationary leg. Step out, toe forward, weight shift, you're between the legs, up, over the stationary leg, and back up. Down, so much to it. It seems so easy. It's not. And up. Slower you go, the more effective it is. The harder it is, but the better it is for you. But you have to do what's right for you, where you feel comfortable. The other thing you're really going to watch for that's going to happen a lot is you're going to push off too hard off that back leg. Don't let that happen. Your brain will figure it out. Help it. Out. I'm not going to push as hard this time. Down and up. Last time, take it down, up, over, and back. Slow it down, back and up. Anytime we work the big muscle groups, we're going to get more winded because the big muscle groups cause that muscle to break down. You've got more muscle that breaks down and gets into your lungs, and then you have to expel it. So you take some deep breaths, push the stomach out, exhale hard, get that junk out of your lungs and get fresh oxygen in. Back, fresh air. Back and up. Back and up. So from here, we're going to go down in a split squat, push up, lift the foot, and come back in. Other side. Back in a reverse, down in a squat, push through that front leg, drive up, lift that back leg. How far back you go, how far down you go, doesn't matter as long as you're moving backwards and down. Then using that front leg to push up and back up. So what you're not doing is just bringing that foot back up again and bouncing off that back foot. It's up, back, down, push and bring it in. Every inch is controlled by you, by the muscles, by you, by the muscles. And up, back, and up. This time, as you step back, bring the elbows back, open up the chest, push the arms back out to the diagonal. Other side, pick the foot up. As the foot is coming back, elbows are coming back. You go into a squat. Smooth movement all the way through, working those fine motor muscles. Controlling the movement, keeping it fluid. You're much better shape when the movement is fluid than when it's real jerky, when you're not fully in control of this movement. Up, back, shoulders together. If you need to, hold on to a chair, bring it back, and up, back, and up, arms down. We're going to do pendulum lunges. Working the lower body here. Strength exercises without weights. Out. Pick the foot up. Whoa! And step it back. I had to get my balance there. So up. Because I'm bow-legged, my feet roll to the outside really easily. I always feel weight moving to that outer part of the foot. So I really have to concentrate on squeezing my inner thighs to bring that foot down. You're going to be different. Maybe, maybe not. Think of what you have to do. Think of that leg where it's working to get that foot flat on the floor. So you can bring that foot up, stay on stationary leg, and back. So the hard part with this is you're doing a weight shift. Forward, right straight up, pushing up, and coming back. Weight shift on a stationary leg. Your entire body is moving past that leg. You have to maintain upright position, meaning your core has to be strong. Up and out. Other foot, same thing. So again, this is just part of our gait pattern. We step up and we go forward. If we were walking forward, we would do the same thing on the other side. But we're taking one piece of it, working it, getting it nice and slow, strengthening all the muscles up that are required for this movement, because walking is nothing more than this movement over and over again. And if you can do it slow like this, you can do it fast when you're walking. You'll be strong. You'll stay in alignment. Knees, toes, hips, back, and up one more time. Take it back, take it up. And up. You're there. Hands up. Hands up. We're going to do a 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to go down in a squat. However far down you go. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And back up again. Beauty of this. You're in a squat for 4 counts, which really works those quadriceps. Out. 2, 3, 4. And up. Again, you're taking the weight. You're throwing it out in front of you. You have to work the core to hold you back. 1, instead of following the arms out and twisting and doing all sorts of crazy things, it is just 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice and easy, nice and stable. Same down here. 2, nothing changes. 4, roll the hips, come back up to the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Come on up. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. And down, 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 down. As far as you can go. 2, 3, 4. And back up. Again. Last one, we'll take a break. Stepping back. Hip hinge. Knee stays over the ankle. Push up and come back. What you are doing here is centralizing your weight as that foot goes back. If you get pushed backwards or you trip backwards, you'll be able to come forward, keeping this knee straight. Instead of just going right out front and falling, you step back, excuse me, hip hinge, and bring it up. Or the weight doesn't just take you back and you fall on the back of your head. And up, step back, hip hinge, stretching out those hamstrings, back of the thigh, back, hip hinge, and up. With that, let's get the upper body involved. Step back, hip hinge, arms out to the side, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open up the chest, and then bring it back in again. Foot up, step back, going into a hip hinge. Again, really work on this motion being fluid. Nice and controlled up. As you're going back into that hip hinge, shoulder blades come together. Pick the foot up and come up. Other side up, back. All kinds of dynamic balance here. Beauty of dynamic balance is it teaches you how to stay balanced even when the rest of the body is moving. This is so much, it's effective. It's a more controlled, it's a harder, more challenging is what I'm looking for than just single leg standing. You're doing that single leg standing, but then you're moving, shoulder blades back, bring it up, last one, up, back, squeeze it, relax, release, grab a drink of water, sit down if you need to. Take a short break. Not a slave driver here, I'm not a taskmaster. You can take a break, and you should whenever you need it. If we're doing these exercises and you're going, had it, just go to a march. Just seated march, standing march, take it easy, get your breath back, and when you're ready, come on back. But you should have a little challenge with breathing, with talking and breathing. You shouldn't have trouble breathing. Breathing should just happen. But you should have a little if you were to try to talk. I'm keeping the legs going while I'm drinking my water. So, here we go. If you want to do these first few, seated, you can, because we are just going to do a march. And just like that. This is going to be more range of motion, more stretching. First part was a balancy thing. This one's just going to be take it easy, get the joints moving, get the arms up, see if you can get that. That's a knee, not a heel. Bring the knee up just a little bit higher. Heel comes up higher too, but that is not what I wanted to say. Up and up. Take your time, single leg, up and up, not pushing off too hard. How high you bring your knee is up to your body, your brain. That you can remain balanced as you pick that foot up and up. Roll the shoulders as you do it. Roll them back. Back, back, back. Small movements. And then we're going to move them forward. Keep the legs going at the same time. Get a little bigger with those circles in the arms. Find that spot where you can get as big as you can without having pain. But remember, the more you do it, the more flexible, the more range of motion you'll get out of the shoulders. Up and back. So where you get to in the first 5 seconds or the first 30 seconds will be different after a minute. You'll be able to get bigger, 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 bigger. And around and around. Whew. Shake that out. Heel digs. Foot out and out. Trucking. I got my chips cashed in. I'm trucking. So, step out and out. Push, chest press. Heel goes out, tap the heel, be in control. Bring the arms in as the foot comes in. Out and in. So don't shift your weight out on top of that foot. You're doing a squat, bringing the heel down, arms out, pushing up through that back leg, and bringing the foot in. It's like a lunge, except you're landing on your heel, which makes it a little harder than, and how far out you go doesn't matter. Just don't weight shift out with it. Stay back. Stay over that stationary leg and back in. Working that core in all of these. Push and in, push and in. So you could be doing this seated. You could be in a chair, sitting down, pushing out like that. Totally doable. Out and in, out and in. So I've seen some videos where the people take and put a picture in picture. So they got a little picture up in the corner that shows modifications. So they do it ahead of time, film it, and then play it up there. I like that. Except it needs I need an editor, and I need somebody on the board while I'm working. But I don't have that. I'm all by myself. All by myself. Step out. Bring it back. Whoops. 2-step. Like that. Over and over. Feet are forward. Ball of the foot. So you're coming off the heel, off the ball of the foot, stepping it in and back again. Just like walking forward and back. But we don't walk sideways very often. And we need to. So we can lift that leg up as we move from side to side, as we feel comfortable getting our balance on that single leg as we do step side to side. Over and over. Crossbody reach and reach. Bring it up. Bring it over. Reach across. Up. Turn the shoulders. This is the flexibility, range of motion part of this move. Around. It's also balance. Rotation. Head stays forward. Shoulders do the rotation, not the torso, so you're not doing this. You are keeping yourself right straight forward. Shoulders are rolling and reaching across. Other side. And again. All right. Here we go. We're going to do a heel dig forward with a hip hinge and bring it back up and in. Forward, hip hinge. Here, make sure the knees are both bent. It's really easy to take that back knee and lock it out when you go into this hip hinge. Don't let that happen. Work the muscles around the knee, strengthen them up to be able to hold that bend so that the muscles are doing the work, not the joint, because the muscles are strong and joints are not. And then bring it back, not as strong as the muscles. And up, back, and up, back. All right. Step back. Toe comes up. Arms come up. Nope. Sorry. Don't step back. Step forward. Reach, bend, and bring it back. Out, up, and back in. That's how we do it. This is how we do it. And back. Heel, hip hinge, arms forward and back. One more time. Up and bring it back in. Take a break. We're going to take chin to chest. We're not going to stop. We're just going to take a break for movement. And shoulder blades are back. Bring the chin down to the chest. Shoulders will follow because they're tight. We're tight through the chest. We're used to this head forward, shoulders forward. Bring the chin down, but bring the shoulder blades back. And head up. Release the shoulders. One more time. Chin to chest, shoulder blades back. Get a feel for that. You bring them back and then drop them down. Feel that great stretch up the back, through the shoulders, going up to the base of the skull. And now, down, shoulder blades back, chin up, to the side, back in, and down. Keeping the shoulder blades back and down, chin up, turn the head, bring it in, and down. Very separate moves. Up first, so you're looking right straight out in front of you. Turn it to the side. Working horizontally. Back down. Up, so make sure that you're not letting yourself come forward. You want to be back, keeping that spine straight up through the neck. Back in and relax. Ear to shoulder, but first, posture. Shoulder under the ears. So there's this, the lean forward that everybody has. Then there's this where you bring the shoulder blades back, chest is out. This is not natural either. This is where you just let the shoulders drop right in the middle, right underneath the ears. And then bring the ear down to the shoulder. Looking right straight out in front of you. You should feel the stretch coming down the neck, through the trapezoids, and down through the deltoids. So from below the shoulder socket, up through the shoulder socket, and then coming up the side of the neck. And back. Shake that out, roll it out, get it loosened up, and then we go to the other side. We do. Hang on. There we go. So when I'm crimping, for me, when I'm crimping the side, bringing that ear down on that side, it really tightens up, and then I come up. And I need to relax that a little bit before I get into the other side again. Down. It's much better. Otherwise, my neck hurts when I'm done. I don't want my neck to hurt. One more time. Down. Stretch that opposite arm out and bring it back. Make sure you're still looking right out in front of you. You've got a little bend in the knees. Down. And back up again. Cat-cow. So here we go. Hands on thighs. Butt out, keeping the shoulder blades back so you're in a hip hinge position. You get that straight line from the base of from the back of the skull to the spine, or to the tailbone. And then let it drop. Let the shoulders come forward, chin to chest. Push the back up towards the ceiling. Deep breath in. Exhale. First thing you do is let the stomach drop. Roll the shoulder blades back. You've got that little curve in the lower part of the back now. You're back to that neutral position. Push the butt out so you can feel the hamstring stretch and come up. This is one of those you can do with the chair. You can do this seated as well. Again, coming down, hands on the thighs, into a hip hinge, pushing the butt out, chest out, chin up, and then roll the shoulders towards the floor. Feel the stretch all the way up the back. And then drop the stomach, shoulder blades back, chest out, chin up, and come to standing. Roll the shoulder blades back. Roll them out a little bit. Hip hinge. Stagger step. This thing right here where the feet aren't side by side. One's up here, one's back there. All right, so here we start. Weight shifts. Keeping the torso upright. We're going to go forward and we're going to go back. Keeping the feet on the floor. Forward. So I automatically use my hands whenever I do this. Out and back, as should you, because it is a good habit to get into, to move the arms with the legs, because it increases your balance and stability and increases your endurance because you're using the upper body to help you walk. And back. All right, make it a little harder. Heel up, toe up, heel up, and toe into that heel dig. Forward and back. Switch legs. Same thing. Starting out, just feet flat on the floor. Get that weight shift forward. Get used to it. Feel the work being done by that front leg. And then back again. Roll the shoulder blades back. You're staying up. So don't lean back like I just did. Keep yourself upright as you go back. Bending the knee. Up and back. Forward and bring it back. Toe up, heel up, toe up. So notice how nice that is. If you're starting to fall backwards, you're able to bring yourself forward again to the middle. Or if you're going forward, you can bring yourself back, up, and back. You want to make this harder. As you go forward, you can reach the arms out, and as you go back, reach the arms back. Out. All sorts of weight out there. Keep the weight, ball the foot to the heel. Don't go into the toe. That's going to hurt the knee. Out. Get the toes up off the floor if you have to. Back. Just to get the feel for the foot, from the ball of the foot to the heel, doing all the work. Toes are for balance only. All right. What are we doing next? We're going to go forward in that hip hinge, arms out. Come back to center, and then rotate over that front leg. Back in, and forward again. Out, in, rotation. We're going to add to that stepping or reaching forward, arms up overhead, right up next to the ears, coming down into a side bend again over that stationary front leg, back up on top, arms down, rotate to the side, and bring it in. Other side, other foot out front. Find your balance first, find your posture, knee over ankle, both feet forward. There we go. So they're parallel. Reach out. Back in, you're right over the top. Spine is straight so you can do that rotation. Spine does one thing, we're rotating it. Bring it back to center. As you reach out, don't lean into this. Don't go out with it. This is the shoulders reaching out. You're putting the weight in that front foot. You feel the entire foot underneath the leg. Complete contact with the floor. And bring it back and out. Push back, arms up, side bend, over the top, reach. Bring it back up on top. Bring it down, rotate, and then lean forward and out. One more time. Push back, arms up over the head, side bend, back up on top. Arms right straight down in front, rotation through the torso, back to the front, arms down, step back, whoosh. Feet out. Last one, then we'll go seated for the stretch to cool off. All right, so first off, just push back, put the hands on the thighs, and bring it up one side at a time. Butt goes straight back, you go straight down, and up. The only reason you're going to the side is because this leg is getting shorter. That is the only reason. You're not leaning out, you're not turning. And up, you're not. Push it back, you shouldn't be. And up, down. This is one that's really good. If you can see yourself on your monitor, you got a mirror, do these, mirror, and back up. Because somebody told me in one of my classes one time, and I thought it was really interesting. I hadn't thought about it, but it's so true. In our minds, when we don't see us doing the exercises, we think we're doing them exactly as they're supposed to be. The problem is, if you see yourself doing it, you'll notice different things happening, like the knee coming forward, torso twisting, things like that on this one. But there's something on all of them. If you can see yourself doing the exercises, it is so much better. All right, we're going to go down to straight hip hinge. So feet out, everything's pointed forward, butt goes back, chest out, knees stay over the ankles. So when I say knees stay over the ankles, I mean to say don't go forward. They don't go over the laces of the shoes. Back. Bring those shoulder blades back. Little curve in the lower back. Push it up, just like you do in the cat-cow that we did before. You're going down, stomachs drop down, shoulder blades are back, little curve in the lower part of the spine. Feet are flat on the floor. Roll the hips forward and then push up through the flat feet. All the big muscles doing the work. Quadriceps and hamstrings. Out, roll, and push up. All right. Hands in front, into that hip hinge right here. One arm up and roll it around. This is a great one if you need the chair. If you need it, do it. Take it down. You go into that hip hinge. You're holding on to the chair. Bringing the arm around. Feet are flat on the floor. Rotating through the spine, but spine's in neutral. And bring it back and up. Other side, butt right straight back. Arm up. Rotation. Back down and up. Anytime you rotate the spine, make sure it's in neutral position. Straight line back of the head to the tailbone. Always. Feet right here under the hips. Right there. Toes out. Toes in. Out. and in. Getting that strength and flexibility in the ankles, so crucial. And now heels. Heels start out with the feet hip width apart, heels in, pivoting on the balls of the feet, heels out. I'm actually going to walk my feet in a little more so I get those heels out. And back in, heels in, tap them together, there's no place like home, and back out again. Hopefully you're not wearing ruby red slippers. Out, and in, out, and in. Now the fun one, toes out, heels out, toes out, heels out. When you get to that fourth one, feet should be straight. Heels first, in, toes in, heels in, toes, straight. Go as far as is comfortable for you. I have a lot of flexibility in my ankles. You may not. These may be really small moves. That's fine. Or you may have, I have shoes on carpeting. It's making it really difficult to get that rotation in there and in. So make it small. Make it easier for yourself. Up and out. Find that balance of being on the balls of the feet and being on the heels. Moving the toes in. This is incredible for balance. You don't know how many times the feet, I hear over and over again people say, oh, I don't know what happened. When they fall, they say, oops, I don't know what happened. My feet just got tangled up. This is really good to keep that from happening. And in, out, 3 and 4, in, and in. Sit it on down, grab a drink of water. Let's finish this up. We're going to finish this. Yeah, you started it. You better finish it. All right, let's finish this right here and now. Feet apart. Hands on the thighs. Palms. Heel of the palms on the thigh above the knee. Shoulder blades back. Chest is out. Really exaggerate this one. Get the shoulder blades back. So you're taking neutral right here. Bring it back even more. Hyperextend that back. And then drop down between the legs. All the weight is in the arms. Elbows are out. You're doing a push-up. Drive through the palms of the hands. Back up again. Keeping that posture. Back down. It's a great stretch for the lower back. Going down into the glutes. And push back up again. We're going to go down between the legs this time. So same thing, except we're going to let the shoulders roll, keeping the chin up. Don't let the chin drop. Because as you come down, that head's going to keep going down, and you're going to get below the heart, and that's going to put all sorts of blood into the brain. We want to make sure that doesn't happen. Down. And pushing through the feet. Hands on the thighs if you need it. Bring it back up again. Just don't use the lower back to bring you back up. So common mistake on this one, and we do it all the time when we pick stuff up, is we bring the head up first and kind of do this. Lower back has to pull us all up. I can feel that tweaking back there. The minute I do that, I'm going to bring my hands in and use my arms to roll my shoulder blades back and then push through the palm of the hand. It's a great way to get up too, where you're up, pushing through and coming to a standing position. All right, hand, knee, hand, chair, back, shoulder blades back, and rotate. Take that back hand, pull. Use it to pull that shoulder around. Front hand keeps the shoulder straight. Deep breath in, roll the shoulder blades back one more time. Come back to center. If you feel any tweakage, any tweak in the lower back, stop immediately. Reset, and then go back into it. Don't try to fix it while your back is giving you problems. You need to get yourself in a good position where at no point does the back hurt. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out. Just a nice stretch all the way down the spine. And bring it back in again. Left leg, right ankle, left ankle, Right shin, bring it up. Stretching the outside of the hip. We use the legs a lot today. We did. Shoulder blades are back, chest is out. So I don't do anything except bring my shoulder blades back, chest out, and I can feel that stretch right in the outside of that hip. So it really doesn't take much on this one, getting just that piriformis. Again, if you feel it anywhere else, get out of it. If you're in the front of the hip, that hip flexor, stop immediately, get that foot off of there, drop it down. And then reassess. You may want to not bring the leg up as high because you're putting too much strain through the front, or you're too far, you're starting to stretch those hip flexors. It's not what this exercise is for. This is for the outside of the hip, those piriformis muscles. Up. Shoulder blades are back. I used to go crazy with this one and really drive the knee down. It took about 6 months for those hip flexors to heal after that. Relax, walk the leg down, and we're good. Arms up overhead. We're going to do some reaching for the stars, up and over. Reach through, feel the stretch all the way through the shoulder, through the ribs. Sits bones stay on the chair. You know the drill. Sits bones stay on the chair. You reach that arm up and over and bring it back. Other side, same thing. Up. Cross body, right straight across. Roll both shoulders. So as one's coming forward, the other is going back at the same time, reaching as far across as you can with the front, reaching back as far as you can with that back shoulder. And to the other side, same thing, around. You're looking right straight out in front of you right now. You are, right at the camera, right at your computer, phone, whatever you're using, so that you're not twisting with it. That takes all the stretch away. Around and around. We're looking for that thoracic spine, middle of the back, where the rotation happens in the back. The only place rotation happens in the back. And one more time each side. Roll and roll. Fingers intertwined, palms away. Get those arms up as high as you can, stretching out all the way up the arms into the shoulders, but those fingers especially, getting good stretch through those. Keeping arthritis at bay, or the pain from arthritis at bay. Push up, push up, push up. And down in front, bring the arms right down in an arc. Shoulder blades are probably high, drop them down. And then roll the shoulders out. As you do, bring the chin to the chest, stretching out the upper back. Deep breath in, feel that great stretch from the middle of the upper back to the neck. And last one, super important one, right straight down. Feet are apart, legs are apart. Shoulder blades come back as you push the hands down. If that doesn't work with the fingers or with the palms away, bring the palms facing you, or palms down, and then just go down as far as you can with those shoulder blades back. You may not be able to lengthen them out, not right now, but you will later if you keep doing this, little at a time. And relax. Shake that out. We are out of time. Let's come down and get a couple deep breaths in, shall we? Down and up. Deep breath in through the nose. Drive the stomach out. Exhale, bring it all down. Get on top of those thighs. Push. Push down. Get all the air out of the lungs. And back up. Stomach out. And exhale, bringing the arms down. Thank you very much for being here. Lots of range of motion, lots of stretch, lots of balance. We got a lot in today. So we'll be back on Wednesday to do more stuff.